time to tool. It's time to tool. It's time to now's the time.
Hey YouTube, Matt here, bringing you probably what might be quite a long video today. It's a bit of a rant and some tournament reports and things. So this week I went to locals on the Saturday and I went to the Wargames workshop Milton Keynes at WCQ on the Sunday. Obviously I took Constellas, that's the deck I've been playing for quite a while now. Relatively happy with it. I'll go through the deck profile and then I'll move on to the events. So we've got the 3 cows. I got my DT cows because my secrets were buggered. Then we've got the 3 Pollux, the 3 Sombre, the 3 LGD. A lot of the times one of these came out just for a side deck card. 3 Sheraton, again the same. If I wanted to take something out that was a monster wise because I didn't want to mess with the trap lineup, I took 1 or 2 of these out quite often. Then the 1 Obs, Honest, and the TK. I did run slightly different builds over the weekend, so I will highlight changes that I made. The spells, 1 Obs, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Rotor, 1 Book, 3 MST, 2 Lance, 2 Tenki. Everything so far is the same as I run on the Saturday and the Sunday. Then the trap lineup, which was where it was a little different. The 1 Compulse, the 1 Bottomless, the 1 Warning, the 1 TT, the 3 Fiendish as per the last build. 2 Deprison, I decided to take the dusts out and put these in after the Saturday because the just dust didn't do much for me. So I put these in. Later on, I'll just go to that now. What eventually happened is effectively in one of the WCQ matches I had these out, and because I was having a bad day, I'll talk about that in a second, I had Iron Wall out. I tried to depres, obviously you can't do that, so depres will probably end up coming out for mirrors. And then I got my emptiness back from Brad, so I played these. Then the extra deck. We've got the 1 Paladino, the 1 Cowboy, the 1 Dweller, this isn't in order but oh well, 1 Chimera Tech for Cyber Dragons in the side, 1 Shark Fortress, 1 Volcasaurus, 1 Gaia, 1 Pap. This was, I can't remember if I changed it over the weekend, but this was a change basically for the WCQ because I thought dragons, tokens, yeah this could be really good. Didn't end up happening. 2 Pallades, which are split up right now. The 2 Pallades, the 2 Omega, the 1 Ouroboros, the 1 M7 and the 1 Tiras. Then the side, which was basically pointless. 2 Debunk, they were fine. These I think were added over between Saturday and Sunday. 2 Mind Crush. 3rd Iron Wall, I need to give this back to Lewis actually, because I borrowed that off him. 2 Dust Tornado, 1 D-Fish. This was something that I put in over the weekend on moving from Saturday to Sunday. I believe I did side it in but didn't draw it. 2 Gozans, never used these at all. 2 Cyber Dragons, never used these at all. Soul Drain, put it in, didn't see it. Maxis were there before. Basically, this video is going to turn into a ginormous goddamn rant because I'm very, very pissed off, effectively. On the Saturday, I went to locals. We ended up having, I think it was 19 players in total, which was pretty good. Game 1, I went against Matt Allenby playing Machine of Gadgets. That was actually my favourite game of the day. It was a 2-0, but I didn't really care. It was just a good game. We both admitted afterwards that it was just a really good game. Just a grind game going back and forward. It certainly wasn't a 2-0 whitewash, so that was all well and good. Game 2 was against Lewis. Lewis was a bit salty game 2 because he had lost to a Blue Eye Structure deck just because of the random decree in it, and he just couldn't get rid of it. So I lost that 2-0 as well, mainly because I hadn't played Harpies for a while, so I didn't really know what to do with them, so I was scrubbing out a bit on that. Game 3, I ended up playing, what did I play? I ended up playing Adrian, that was right, playing sort of like an Armed Dragon deck, That was fairly straightforward because he's still relatively new to the game. It's still a good player though, there's nothing wrong with that. Then the last game was against Lucas, which was playing Tempest Dragoonity. That was definitely my hardest matchup of the day. I ended up winning that. That went to 2-1, and I got that. I can't really remember anything else about the game. So on the Saturday, I ended up being 2-2, and I didn't make top 8. But what annoyed me on the Saturday was these little fuckers. Effectively, I don't even care that I'm swearing. So if you think about it, you've played 4 matches. What's that? 4 3s. That's like 12 games, yeah. So 5 games in a row, didn't see a Kaus. No Kaus, no Tenki at all. It's like one of the games against Adrian. The only reason I even won is because I managed to get an Omega and effectively control the board. Okay, and I'm back. Sorry about that. What happened was effectively I recorded a lot of stuff over the weekend. So making a change from my battery dying, my memory ran out. So I was talking about basically me getting these 5 times. So overall, what did I play? Round 1 was 2 games. Round 2, 2 games. Round 3, 2 games. So what's 8? And then round 4 was 3, so 11. So like, I played 11 games and 5 times in a row didn't see these or Tenki. I believe that's insane. But I thought, okay, sure, I can take this, yeah, get rid of the bad luck for today, and it will go all well for the WCQ. Oh, goddamn no. First of all, I'd just like to say quick thanks to Warren for being able to take me and Sam back home from the WCQ, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to go. Sam did really well. Sam ended up coming 9th. He was a bit disappointed in that, obviously, because from 8th you get playmats and stuff. But yeah, WCQ, overall, really good event. So glad that Mark finally went ahead and got a WCQ sorted. It was really well organised. Obviously, he's used to running 200 or 300 people PTQs for Magic, so organisation was brilliant. The only problem was it being on a Sunday. I think we were slightly reduced on numbers that we could have potentially got, but we still got 40, so it was alright. It was a good event. For me personally, it was horrendous, but that was because of just bad damn luck. So round 1, I've even got all my life point calculations and things. So where are we? I should have organised this before. There may be a cut, deal with it. Okay, round 1 against Infernity. Game 1, I slammed my opponent because game 1 I wasn't even sure it was Infernity until quite late, because I just saw like some Archfiend cards, so I thought it was pure Archfiend, but no, it wasn't. It was Infernity because I saw like a Necromancer. No, not Necromancer. What's the other one? Never mind, it doesn't matter. Quite late on, so then I realised it was a 30, so I thought, okay, yeah, fine, he's just clearly drawn like a hand of monsters and can't really do anything about it. Game 2, he proceeds to slam me because he opened pretty godly. Game 3, here's where the rage of the day starts. Effectively what happens is, it's quite grindy, goes for a long while, then what happens is he gets to a point where he's got 1 card in hand, he's effectively top decking. The 1 card in hand ends up being a Necromancer. The top deck, I had like Palladius. I don't think I played his on field, did I? I may have done. But effectively I was controlling the board, I was going to win within like a turn or 2. Yeah, this happens. He then proceeds to win off that. Then, I'm not going to slam the bloke because obviously it's just luck. He ended up being on like bottom tables by the end of the day. He wasn't doing great. I think he ended up pushing back to like table like 17 or something by round 6. But yeah, this is basically where shit started going down. If this had happened once, I would have been fine with this. This luck shit happened twice within the fucking day. I was super pissed. I got beat by luck, not by anyone's fucking skill. So, round 1 was Infernities, that was a thing. Round 2, I ended up going against an agent, what is it, Central of the Sky Agents, which was next to me, like a table or so away, so I sort of saw that happening. Game 1, I just smashed him. Game 2, Game 2, there was even rage in this game. Game 2, what ended up happening was he went first. First turn, got Sanctuary of the Sky again. He did Game 1, but that didn't matter. What happened then was he had, I think it was like Warning and 2 Divine Punishments. He stopped me going into Pallades 3 times in a frickin' row. So, yeah, I quite clearly lost that game. Game 3, I get out, what was it? I think it was first turn, a Mega and an Emptiness, so I effectively Christied him, so he lost that very quickly, and that was, in fact, my only win of the day. I dropped round 4 because I was just that annoyed. Round 3, I went against Drags. Game 1, from the life points I've got down, wasn't going that well. So I've got me down, I don't know if this will be able to see on the camera. This was game 3, me versus the opponent. The opponent was on 8,000 by the end of the game. So I was down to 3-1, then I get, Return of a Different Dimension. So, yet another limited card screwing me over, which is stupidly OP. But surprisingly, when that happened, I wasn't that mad. It's like, yeah, that shit happens, and I believe I was in a situation where I was probably going to lose anyway. Game 2, I will show you my hand, because I'm pretty sure I can remember what it was. Game 2, I had a Chaos, I had an Emptiness, I had a Pollux, a Sheraton, and I'm not sure on the last card, but I believe it was an MST. So, yeah, what effectively happens is, with this hand, you clearly go Pollux, extra normal summon Chaos, Chaos pump up 1, Pollux pump up 2, so you now make rank 5, you make your standard Pallades play. You've then got set Emptiness, and I think I set this as well. So what happens is, I pass turn, he shifts to standby phase, I go Emptiness. I'm thinking, right, this is a really strong position. He's got very few outs to this. It's just unlikely. He may have sided like the EMSTs and things, so effectively he either needs Blaster or just like some other card which is somehow going to get rid of this, which, considering I can bounce it back to deck, isn't even a problem. He first turn Blasters me. So what happens is, he Blaster targets this, so I think, right, do I send this back? But then I think, at last minute, no. Let this go to grave, it's fine, bounce this back to hand. So, turn 2, I go normal summon Sheraton, grabbing a Sombre. So, Sombre, this is now in the grave, so Sombre is live, so you would normally go the next turn, it would be like Sombre, if this obviously wasn't there, because this has been, because what happens the next turn, I flip this up. So, I would have gone Sombre, banish this, then grab the Chaos, normal summon, Blarg, okay? So, it ends up being, I've normal summoned the Sheraton, this is here, he's got nothing on his field at all, effectively. So maybe I Darkhold him or something, but I don't think I did. So, there's now Emptiness and Sheraton. Goes 2-3 turns. Then, top deck's Darkhold. So, Darkhold goes, this goes, he proceeds to OTK me. Yeah, I'm very mad at this point. I've been screwed by Darkhold twice in one day, and they both admitted that without Darkhold, they would have lost. So, yeah, I'm fucking pissed. So, what happens is, by this point, I'm very much in a completely bad mood, so I don't really want to be there. I'd rather just sit there, watch my friends play, and just, like, I even offered to help out Mark with organising and stuff, just because that's normally what I do anyway. So, I thought, nah, fuck it, I'm not going to drop out round 3, because that's just silly. If I win some on the bounce, yeah, it's kind of worth it, then at least I've done something. So, next game is against Spellbooks. What happens with that is, game 1, I draw jank. So it's like, as soon as I draw jank, I'm like, fuck this game. I don't want to play anymore. So, I like conceded game 1 when I was at like 5,000 life points, because I had a load of back row. I was effectively top decking to try and do stuff, because I think the one monster I had was a Sombre. I top deck into second Sombre. I was just like, fuck it, scoop, can't be bothered. Game 2, I end up like getting, I make a misplay with Iron Wall. He's using Fate on, it was like a Pallades or an Omega. It was probably an Omega, to be fair, because I don't think I saw Chaos in that game. I chain Iron Wall to the Fate, and because I'm just in a shit mood and etc., I should have put the Iron Wall at the start of the turn, because I knew he had Fate. So I should have done it at the start of the turn, and I chained it to it, so he still gets it off anyway. Then, what happened later on in that game? I can't remember. Oh yeah, that was where I figured out that when you've got the Iron Wall, well, it's not figured out, it's just that I didn't realise it before. If you've got an Iron Wall out, you can't deprison, because obviously you can't banish cards, because I was trying to deprison a Priestess, by which point I probably would have been able to push back that game. So I was just like, when that went off, I let it go like another turn or two. I was just like, fuck this, I can't be bothered. So overall, that event for me was a pile of shit, but overall for our local players it was alright. Miles ended up coming 6th, and he said in like a Facebook post this morning that he's qualified. I don't know if he has or not, because they were saying yesterday that it was only top 5 that were actually getting places, but he got 6th place. He ended up coming 4-2, so he's going to get a mat send in the post, because Troll Nami didn't send them to Mark. Sam came 9th, going 4-2 with Madolce. If Sam hadn't lost to Miles or Lewis in the 2 rounds prior, he would have made top 8, so he was a little frustrated, because obviously he's playing Madolce. He didn't expect to be going 4-2. He would have been quite happy going 3-3, because he's basically a rogue player, so he'll just play what he wants. Lewis, I think, went 3-3, because I think he lost the last 3 games on the bounce, because he lost 2 dragons in a row. Bala, one of the guys from MK, ended up coming 5th, which was really good. Who else did we have? Warren came 3-3 with Mermail. Charlie, I think, went 3-3 with Giga. Alex Kerr, who hasn't been around for a while, I didn't even know that he was going to end up being there. I think he went 2-4 with Light Sworn. And there was another player there, but I can't remember his name. He was playing, what was he playing? I can't remember. He was playing like some dragon deck. But anyway, yeah, I'm now super annoyed at this deck in general. There's going to be a fair few changes. In fact, I'll probably go through them again. So the main monster lineup for the main deck isn't going to change at all, because that's just solid. Spell lineup won't change. Yeah, sorry about that, I just had to deal with something quickly. Yeah, spell lineup isn't going to change. I did have like 3 Lance in before, but no, that's fine. 2 Tenki's fine, blag. Trap lineup's going to change a little. So, traps we've got, yeah, my stuff's all over the place now. So that's what we've got for the trap lineup. The Compulse is fine, the 3 Fiendish are fine, the 1 TT's fine, especially, obviously you've got Omega plays, that's brilliant. Yeah, that was one thing. Did that happen? I think that happened on... No, that happened on... That happened in the Dragon match. My Omega got stolen, and that was very, very annoying, because what was it? No, it might have been against Lewis. But it was in one of the games my Omega got stolen, and it's like, if it hadn't got stolen, I had stuff in the grave for a Sombre that was live in hand. Bottomless, yeah, that was fine. That got changed a couple of times. But yeah, D-Prison's going to come out for Mirror Force, more likely, just because of Iron Walls. And it's just something I didn't realise. It's like, I may even take the Iron Walls out of the main to stick these back in and change these for mirrors, I don't know. I'm probably going to take a break from Constellas for like, well, probably until the next format. Side deck is probably going to change a fair bit. 2 maxis are fine, Soul Drain was fine, these are shit, there's just no reason, unless I'm keeping these in for like Giga or Karakuri or something, no, I don't see the point. Gozen, I will keep him for the Rogue, but it's just the stuff I went against yesterday, it just was pointless, so they may even come out. D-Fish was good, Dust Tornadoes, even though I didn't see any of my, literally none of my sides, except for like Iron Wall, which I couldn't tell anyway. So, with the 2 Dust Tornadoes, which were fine, 3rd Iron Wall, if I move the Iron Walls to the side, I won't side 3. Mind Crushes, I think I maybe saw the Mind Crush once, but I can't remember. Debunks, yeah, they were alright, but yeah, in general, pretty pissed off with the whole event. I shall probably be playing Bad Dragons, because Sam managed to pick up a Felgrand, so I might be playing Mythic Dragons for a little while, but he's probably going to be playing Dragons for the next event, so I will likely go back to Doppel or Crons or something. So this is probably the first video I'm going to put up from over the weekend. So I've got the finals from locals, which is 3 games, which was Harpies against Fire Fist, I think, because I didn't see half that game because I was talking to Mark about sorting out the WCQ, so that'll be new to me. Then I've got Miles' round 6 from the WCQ, where he got utterly brutalised, which he didn't deserve after the day, but he came 6th overall, so it's not all that bad. Then I've got game 3 of Sam's final, and then I've got a deck profile of Lewis's Harpy deck from the local event, which I don't believe was changed much for the WCQ.